Novo lit that shit bang.
Welcome back, everybody, to Crows of Judgment, and for all of the gamers out there, you have some great news. Lacina is quitting games journalism. Now, for those of you who do not know who Lacina is, I'm going to show you something that's really fucking hilarious, right? But Dia basically personifies all of the complaints that most gamers have with games journalists. Now, I'm going to read her statement. Nah, you know what? I quit. Fuck this industry. Fuck everyone who let Colin Moriarty become a real voice in it. Fuck all the high-level games dudes who are friends with him. Fuck everyone who still rolls deep with Greg Miller. Fuck all of it. Enjoy your AAA shit shows. I'm out. Yeah, so a lot of people are really celebrating this. And, well, here, let me show you this, right? This would be one of the reasons why, okay? Dia refused to do a review of Ghost of Tsushima, right? And, in her own words, Sucker Punch's big samurai game of the year is finally out, and I couldn't care less about whether it's dope or not. A big open world game with a hokey, arguably racist approach to samurai aesthetic. Yeah, I mean, like, Ghost of Tsushima, right? Which was one of the best games, period, right? Open world samurai game. It took a lot of inspiration from old classic samurai movies. They even have a mode where you can play it in black and white. It's really fun. But apparently it was racist because it was too accurate, right? A game that sure sounds like it's all too willing to fall in with imperialist ideology in pursuit of expensive AAA Orientalist spectacle at best. Ghost of Tsushima sounds boring, right? She refused to review the game because she thought it was racist, right? Like wouldn't actually play it either. That's the best part. So we have more wonderful hot takes, like Returnal sticks to the middle and ends up nowhere because of it. Returnal is really hyped to keep talking about how alien everything is. The Xeno prefix abounds, and it's a little uncomfortable in a world where even the Democratic Party has showed us they're just as xenophobic as the Republicans they promised us they were better than. I mean, what the fuck? Like, nobody wants politics shoved into their fantasy video games, but like, we got more, though. Shadow the Tomb Raider tries, but fails, to tackle its own colonialism. Fun stealth mechanics and a passable photo mode can't free the series from the baggage of its core fantasy. Lara Croft is still just a thief playing at being a savior. Monster Hunter World can't envision that maybe hunters are the baddies. Like, colonialism, ecology, and monster hunting. You would think that these are parodies, right? Like, you would think that these are actual parody headlines and statements, and they're not. This woman, like, actually believes everything that she says, and it is outright hilarious. So, it's not like she just attacks games that people love, right? She went after Neil Druckmann, right? Now, everybody went after Neil Druckmann because of The Last of Us 2. They didn't, I don't even want to get into that debate again. But a lot of people were unhappy with The Last of Us 2. Dia just hates Neil Druckmann. Oh, fuck off. Gloves off. You're a petulant child who desperately needs unrestrained sycophancy. You make mediocre, miserable, cashed-up rip-offs of movies at the expense of talented, dedicated craftspeople whom you absolutely profit off of. Get fucked. Now, in fairness on this one, I think the complaint maybe is about people at Naughty Dog saying that they weren't paid enough and they were being overworked, right? Which would literally make this the one time where she was actually on the right side of things. But I kind of feel it was related to something else incredibly stupid. How many Sony first-party studio directors can I pick a fight with in 24 hours? The answer may surprise you. Jim Ryan is a dickless hosebag, but all corporate CEOs are. He's just the current dickless hosebag. Sony would be garbage no matter who is at the helm because these dudes all went to the same MBA programs and shareholders are all the same too. She just likes picking fights with people, and she has some seriously stupid hot takes. So again, people are kind of laughing that she is gone. Now, this user posted this statement, which is equally as hilarious. There is a certain cohort of gamers that puts a particularly violent and virulent emphasis on completing and platinuming games. And I promise you, not a single one of them has ever made a woman come. Like, dude, right? Violent. What do you mean? Like, look, I understand in like doing a review for a video game, you can't platinum the game in a review, right? But what Dia was complaining about here was she doesn't actually like to play the games to completion, right? She doesn't actually like to finish the games before she writes up a review. Her review of Ghost of Tsushima was basically, I refuse to play this game, it's racist. Like, what? But like, yeah. Gamers, when they love a game, want to complete it in its entirety, and they like to complete all the extra achievements that they can. Now, obviously, a game would suck if during a review period you were able to literally platinum every single aspect of the game, but she doesn't even want to play the game and see how it ends, right? Because there are certain stories that start off very slow, and you have to get towards the end of the game to see something happen, right? Certain times, like, a game will really pick up, right? Because, especially like an RPG, you start off pretty weak, and as you gain more abilities, unlock more traits, your character gets more powerful, and you're able to do a lot more things. So if you do a review based on like the first 2 hours of a video game, obviously you're not getting the full experience, right? Anyways, there's more to it. Anyway, good luck figuring out how to turn on your PS5, fuckers. Anyway, if the extent of your putting in the work as a critic is getting all the gameplay extending collectibles, you're not a critic, you're a chump who got taken to town by a AAA game studio. Have fun with that. Like, this woman doesn't actually like to, like, finish a game, right? And again, I'm not talking about, all the collectibles, all the platinum achievements. I mean, like, she won't even finish the basic storyline of a game, which, I mean, you get early access to a video game, right? Most game stories you can usually complete in less than 24 hours of game time. So we're talking about at most, like, you're put 8 hours into it, like 3 days, right? To play the game. And that's like 8 hours a day of just sitting on your ass and playing video games. But like, Dia doesn't like video games. Dia likes politics. Dia likes talking about the patriarchy and colonialism and racism. She doesn't actually want to be a games journalist. It would not surprise me if we find out that in 2 weeks, Dia has a position at the New York Times. Except, I don't even think they're that stupid. Some more gems, like, it just keeps fucking going. Auto battle is the best version of combat in the new Nier Replicant. I letting the AI take over put me in the director's seat of a high-intensity post-fantasy anime, and I'm never going back. Remember, she doesn't actually like to play video games. Like, she's praising this game because it has a system where she can literally just sit on her ass and stare at the TV Fuck. Actually, not even that. She's not even watching the game when she plays it. She's probably on her phone on Twitter bitching about gamers. Like, fuck. It's just, you think it's parody. You think it's parody, and it's not. This is real. Tell me why smothers its representation in bubble wrap. The newest Don't Nod game is the result of pushing for better representation, only to have the edges of identities filed down and wrapped in Nerf foam. Yes, because even when a game goes for all of the things that she wants in it, it will never be good enough. There will always be something to bitch and complain about. Jesus, man. Yeah, sure, you did representation, but you could have done a better job. It takes more than a tolerance mechanic to make an anti-colonial RPG. I'm really obsessed with colonialism. Dragons Conquer America wants to tell a magical story of resistance to the Spanish conquest, but its perspective is merely a more enlightened colonial one. I don't know. I don't know why she's so obsessed with this stuff, but, like, she totally is. And, of course, after she said that she was going to quit, we had another games journalist. Now, I never even heard of this guy, but he's verified on Twitter with, like, 50,000 followers. And simping very hard for that nut job. The only thing that gamers hate more than a low score for a game they haven't played yet is a woman who clearly knows more about games than them. We don't deserve critics like Tia. I'm like, what? She won't even play the games, man. Like, she won't even play the fucking games. Like, dude, I'm not a hardcore gamer, right? I hardly ever go for platinum achievements in video games. I literally just want to experience the story in a video game. Combat and mechanics, they have to be somewhat entertaining, right? And there are certain games where the combat in is just so fun, I'm willing to play it over and over, even if the story is really, really just not there. Like Destiny, right? I like playing Destiny. It's got a kind of dog shit. Actually, it doesn't even have a story, if we're being totally honest, right? But, like, I mean, that game just has fun combat mechanics, right? So it's easy to pick up, play for a couple hours, put down. Then there are other games where it's just 100% the story driving the entire thing. The first Last of Us game, it is all the story, right? I don't care about going through and unlocking every last collectible in the game. I really just want to go from start to finish and experience that journey with those characters and see how they develop and grow. So if you have a games journalist come to me and explain why a game is shit because the combat mechanics are not intuitive at all, the UI sucks, be like, yeah, I mean, you're probably right. But if you have a games journalist telling me that a game is bad, that they will not even play because it's racist and it's colonialism, or a game is awful because it doesn't pick a side, or a game is bad because Democrats and Republicans are xenophobic, or a game is great because you can literally just toggle on auto combat and play like Twitter on your phone. I mean, that's someone who clearly doesn't know jack shit about the fucking video games that they're reviewing. I mean, this guy's a fucking moron. I actually love it. But let's finish it off with Jeff Grubb, right? Because this guy says some really stupid shit. So this Twitter user, Sophia Narwitz, is a trans female critic, gamer, streamer. Hi, Jeff, female gamer critic here. The vast majority of gamers don't give a fuck about my gender. I give out many low scores and receive little hate. My audience also knows I have a vast knowledge of gaming, and they like and respect that. Dia gets criticized because of nonsense like this. And she's talking about how this Returnal game that she was reviewing, she didn't like the fact that they bring up Xeno, which means alien/foreign. I'm pretty sure. And then says that, you know, it's about xenophobia. I mean, just really stupid shit, right? And then brings up Democrats and Republicans. And actually, the reason why I bring up her being a trans female gamer slash gaming critic is because in the world that Dia lives in and Jeff lives in, Sophia would be someone who is absolutely hated no matter what, right? Because they're trans and they're a trans female and they're a trans female gamer, so they must be someone who gamers just absolutely hate, because they're toxic white male, misogynist, racist, xenophobic, all the bad buzzwords that you can possibly be. Sophia should be absolutely fucking hated. But she isn't, right? So Sophia is someone who really would piss them off because she sort of works against that whole narrative, right? That it's not gamers being, toxic white male misogynist. It's games journalists just being hated because they're fucking awful human beings. And of course, Jeff responded to it by saying, God, don't you ever get sick of pandering? I hope it's paying the bills. Now remember, the games journalists that refuse to actually play video games and instead just want to talk about politics and social issues and colonialism, they aren't pandering to anybody, right? But games critics, gamers who actually will play a game and review it honestly and fairly because they love games, they're the ones who are pandering. Now, this was probably the best part of that conversation. This user went, when people read game reviews, they want to read about the game. Nobody cares about the person writing its politics. And Jeff says, you aren't people, right? Now, remember, he's saying this in a thread where he's complaining about a trans female gamer slash streamer slash game critic. And I think Jeff Grubb went like full alt-right by dehumanizing a trans person, right? I hate to use their words against them, but I'm pretty sure that what he did here was incredibly misogynistic, sexist, transphobic, and like mask off alt-right, which of course, he'll complain and say that he isn't, but all I see is a white dude picking on a trans person. And of course, it didn't just end there because, you had to throw in that these people aren't gamers. They are alt-right trolls. They aren't human. They are trash, right? The guy dehumanizing trans people is calling other people alt-right trolls. Mask off, right? Now, Sophia did respond to Jeff Grubb, and I want to finish up with these statements, right? Fun fact, I gave Cyberpunk 2077 a 7 out of 10, the exact same score as GameSpot's female critic, yet she got heavily criticized for her review and I didn't. In fact, mine was heavily praised and did gangbusters. Want to know the difference? It has nothing to do with gender. She openly admits on a podcast to not having engaged with all mechanics while taking an ACAB approach. All cops are bastards. Meanwhile, I platted it and completed everything as to be thorough. None of this is a gender thing. Most gamers are just tired of incompetent critics and political activism. But sure, call me a panderer, cope all you like, but the fact remains I'm quickly blowing past every single one of you in size, and it's because I'm good at what I do. From my Riot coverage to my gaming content, I'm taking your lunch money, all while shaming your little clique. Stay mad. So yeah, there you guys go. At the end of the day, what we basically had was an incompetent game critic who has made several idiotic hot takes where they refuse to actually play a video game, right? They refuse to actually complete the story of a video game. The only time where they say anything positive about a video game is where they say that there's an auto mode where they don't have to actually do shit, right? And every single review they have is straight up filled with them talking about racism, xenophobia, colonialism, the representation that they put into the game, not being enough representation. It's just bubble wrapped in foam. And that person is quitting. So good, fucking good. And you have other games journalists like Jeff Grubb throwing a fucking temper tantrum to the point where he's dehumanizing trans people because they're also making fun of these idiots, right? Anyways, that's basically the video. I thought this was hilarious. I'm not a critical expert in gaming. I like to play video games, right? I like when I have some downtime, sit down, play some video games. You know, I don't want to deal with today's social issues when I'm playing a fucking Spider-Man game, right? And the reason why I bring up Spider-Man is Spider-Man for the PS4 was like an incredible video game. But I remember when that game came out, you had games journalists going out there and saying Spider-Man shouldn't be friendly with the cops. And I'm like, it's fucking Spider-Man, guys, right? It's Spider-Man. Like that's the level of stupidity that we have here. Anyways, that's the video. You all let me know if you feel differently in the comment section below. I just thought that this was absolutely hilarious and I had to talk about it.
Nova, let that shit bang.